Den vilda och karga svenska västkusten. Ett himmelrike för kapare, sillkungar och annat slödder. Livet i den bohuslänska skärgården har alltid varit starkt bundet till havet och gåvorna havet ger från sitt djup. När sillen kom in bodde öborna i överflöd och rikedom. Men när sillen plötsligt försvann efter ett par årtiden så föll öborna ner i ett förskräcklig fattigdom och vedermöda. Skärgården är svår att navigera med starka strömmar och lömska grund. Sjöjungfrun styr över havet, vågorna och alla djupets varelser. Hon sägs ha en fiskstjärt istället för ben, en urgröpt fiskfödelstäckt rygg och gälar. Sjöfarare och visar något blidka henne med offergåvor. Hon kunde belöna det som erbjöd henne gåvor med gynnsamma vindar eller stora fiskfångster. Men å den andra sidan, det som inte erbjöd henne något, kunde hon straffa genom att skicka stormar eller placera isberg i deras väg.
Hello and welcome to Vaesen, where we will be talking about fish butts today. We are...
I don't think those showed on the captions, so...
Oh, that's good.
You just volunteered fish butts.
I mean, why wouldn't I? At this point in the game. We are down a player today. We will be playing without Baker, but we will be continuing our adventures on Wrecker Isle, where our intrepid heroes... I feel like I should do air quotes when I say this. Are delving into the mystery surrounding a herring baron. I don't see captions under me. I am in need. Can I refresh?
That's better. You're good.
I'm good? We're golden? Perfect!
Yes.
Super quick intros. Slightly less quick recap. And into the action. Let's start with Wilde.
So I'm Wilde at Wilde Engineer on Twitch and Twitter. You can find me here and also on Other Jim's channel Other Doc's channel for Some Invisible Sun. I am playing Fredrik, the apparent unit who is a heartthrob and cannot escape the women in this bar.
Elsi has her sights on you. Mikyl.
Hi, I'm Mikyl. I play Komrik, he, him, the out-of-place American officer. You can find me on at Mikyl Sandoval on Twitter and Twitter and Instagram. I know where I'm at, maybe sometimes. Back to you, Anniek.
I mean, if you know where you're at all times, you are so far ahead of us, it's not even funny. Eva.
Hi, hello, it's me, Eva. You can find me, I don't think I've ever said this, this season. You can find me on Twitter and obviously Twitch. On Twitter, I'm the Eva Serrate. Maybe I did not get enough sleep last night. Anyway, I'm playing your plucky private detective, Linnea. Both of us are she, her. And yeah, I think that's it for me. Over and out.
Short and sweet. Thank you very much. My name is Anniek. You can find me here and on other channels where people let me run games and make people cry because I don't do tech because it scares me. On Twitter, I'm at Anniekster, if I remember Twitter exists. And I play everybody else. And I think today our amazing, detailed, emotional-driven recap will be given by Mikyl.
That was not true. When we last met our Vaesen vanquishing venturers, while on board the transport with Father Oscar, sea serpent surfaced, and Linnea pays a tithe to the sea. Komrik brandished the ring that he was carrying from an anonymous donor from the sea, and put it on his ring finger, and then the sea serpent left. Linnea spoke with Oscar about a cover story to be on Wrecker Isle. What else do we got? So I'm just like reading my notes. This is great. With
maybe share what the cover story turned out to be, because it was one of my favorite parts of the entire episode.
Yes, it's a great.
It is an amazing cover story. Please.
So with no help from him, she turns to Fredrik and Astrid for ideas, and I'm sure that I don't remember if it was Fredrik or Astrid. They came up with the cover story that Astrid and Komrik were going to be married and looking for a honeymoon destination. Komrik had no idea this was going on until afterwards. So once we got to Wrecker Isle, found ourselves in the inn. It was called the inn, right? Correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
Name is right on the nose. Astrid went to reading palms, and we failed to deceive the godmother who ran the place with a shotgun, I believe she had in her hand. Sitting on top of a keg, because that's a thing. And most of her readings were not true, yet somebody came in and gave her a reading of her own, which I'll leave for Anniek, because I didn't actually hear that. Because Komrik was upstairs the whole time, acting like a real newlywed male.
Yes.
I don't know. Putting his socks away. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do people do when they get married? They don't spend
Generally,
time together.
they don't.
That's for sure. All right. And then Fredrik has a new girlfriend. She was all over him. But could be a good lead for information, so I'm not against that. And then Komrik came downstairs, and I believe we were all sitting at a table when we left off. Anniek, back to you. I know where I'm at.
Thanks so much. Astrid hasn't actually shared her little fortune with you yet, because she's still out reading palms, alone, surrounded by sailors, as every newlywed woman what? I guess. I mean, I did something wrong when I got married, if that's what you're supposed to be doing, but here we are. We come back to Fredrik, Linnea, and Komrik at a table. And Astrid's keeping busy. She is in part doing this to help you afford staying here. There are very few rooms. It is the only inn, and they are massively price gouging you. So Astrid agreed to split her profits. Didn't specify a split, which has led to Abela taking 100% to her 0. But at least you have rooms on the first floor after the ground floor. I'm just gonna keep using those terms. Make sure we all know how many stairs we're climbing. Is there anything else you still want to do at this table? You did see an old drunk fisherman walk up to Astrid, blab at her, and walk away, but that's not too much out of what's been happening for most of this evening. Again, just to set the scene a little more again, it is super crowded. There are fold-out chairs, there are old crates being used as little tables, people are playing cards. It smells amazingly bad. I believe Linnea got something to put under her nose from Astrid just to be able to be here. There is a cloud of tobacco in the air. And it's pretty loud. There's a lot of people just talking. The I'll also reiterate this part. The lightly dressed waitresses are doing chicken feather dances. Still don't know why Fredrik didn't immediately go for Elsi, but here we are. And the beer is extremely questionable. Everyone who can afford it is drinking locally brewed, let's put it nicely, aquavit.
I feel like it's safe to say at least Linnea, hopefully others, but Linnea would be looking over at Astrid occasionally just to make sure that there's no trouble, that she's not looking in our direction with a panicked expression needing some sort of extraction. Is she looking fine after most of these?
She looks a little freaked after that drunk guy, but goes back into reading fortunes at that point. You do notice Pete and Pace also around. And whenever a bunch of sailors get a little too rowdy or whatever, they gleefully beat the shit out of the person who started it and throw them out into the street. Like they're also beating up some people that probably didn't start anything. Because they've gone without messing with someone for 5 minutes. And if someone goes a little too far, there's always the shotgun.
And where does the guy that freaked Astrid out a bit go? Does he leave the...
Yes. He walks out of the inn. Well, walk. Stumbles?
We're in nighttime now?
Yes.
Yeah, Linnea's just gonna stay where she is.
I think Fredrik is gonna look at Linnea and be like, Miss Linnea, I assume reconnaissance is of the utmost importance at the moment.
I suppose. Do you want to recon something?
Well, I think, you know, I would like to, except for we have eyes on us now, at least Astrid and I, so we're going to have to stick around.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think any of us are exactly inconspicuous.
Very true, very true.
Unless there is something in the immediate vicinity. Komrik, if you could watch over Miss Linnea to the best of your ability, I guess. Duties call. Just one order of dice, Miss Linnea. Don't stir too much. Yes, he'll look over to Elise. Just put his arms out.
Elsi gladly takes your arm.
Oh.
Hands her tray off to one of the other waitresses.
And I don't know, he lets her take the lead.
Yeah. Honestly,
well, isn't that some character growth there?
Not really.
In that, you know, he left me alone with you. That's actually kind of saying a lot.
That's exactly what I was talking about. As I watch him saunter off with the barmaid.
I love how you use the word saunter for anything Fredrik does. I'm assuming that we're actually doing this for information, so we won't fade to black straight away. But she will take you out of the inn. Again, most of this place is full of gross sailors and there's less of a road and more a wooden boardwalk because no road would last here. But there's a lot of, if you don't want an audience, you're going to have to go a little bit off the path.
Sure.
I will put you back on the. Oh, where is the? I gave you a map of the island, right?
I believe
Yes,
so,
I did.
yes.
There it is. I put you in Roll20 back on the island. Sailors and other smelly peasants are not allowed in or near the residence, so she will take you sort of southeast-ish around the inn towards that little coast of trees.
I think along the way, Fredrik would be like, Miss Elsi, before we get to our destination, I did have a few questions, if you do not mind.
I'm perfectly clean. I'm pretty sure my husband's dead, and I don't have any brothers or sisters, so don't go there.
Yes, of course. Aside from that, knowing the two newlyweds in the bar, obviously the love is impalpable. You cannot escape it between them.
They didn't even look at each other once. Are they actually in love? Is she pregnant? Did they get caught together?
You know the story. Fisherman from sea meets a budding young woman, and next thing you know.
You know what? Keep your secrets, but I'm telling you now, no one's buying he's a fisherman.
True, you can never tell with the American types.
I could tell he was a foreigner, yes.
They do happen to have a cousin they couldn't get a hold of, a Miss Justina. I heard she may be around the area.
Oh, she never mentioned any cousins. Then
Wow.
again, also has a lot of secrets, that one, I think. Oh well. Yeah, she has a shift tomorrow.
Oh, wonderful. Perhaps we can give her the invite then.
What invite? I don't swing that way.
To the wedding, Miss Elsi.
If they're newlyweds, they've already married.
Yes, but
You
families
need to
in
get
different
better at this
areas.
lying thing. Now, are we doing this or not?
Did we say they were engaged or married?
The word newlyweds married, and there is a ring that's been exchanged. So they went. This is their honeymoon, so that's post-wedding. Generally speaking.
That's right. Well,
So
Fredrik
many
is,
lies to keep straight.
genius.
It's so hard.
That's right. That's fine. It's just Komrik, Astrid.
You're not wrong. Actually, roll observation.
Yeah.
Either that or vigilance.
Let's see.
It's fine. I'm still here. I'm just grabbing my dice that I totally did not take out of their bag yet.
I'm gonna do observation.
Okay.
One success.
Okay. Fine. I have my dice. I did not forget to unpack after I nearly killed everyone last night. One success?
Mm-hmm.
You mainly notice Elsi's allure.
Wonderful. Yes, well, all things with the newlyweds withstanding. How has your employment been? Do the mother and brothers treat you well?
I don't know where you're from and how it works, but I did not technically invite you out here to talk.
Hmm.
She'll, as you're sort of staring off into the mid-distance, pondering your choices, she'll start taking off more clothes. She's already not wearing a lot.
Like, well, perhaps after you'll be more talkative then.
Are you up to any tricks, or should we just fade to black and come back to you later?
I don't know if there's anything from Elsi I need to respond to. Otherwise, we can respond to Black.
We'll leave how well you respond to Elsi in the darkness between scenes. And we'll come back to Fredrik to see if he can make Elsi talk using other persuasive means than normal. For now, we'll see what Linnea and Komrik are up to.
How do you think it's going with old Fredrik?
Oh gosh, I honestly can't even imagine.
Yeah. I don't think I really want to imagine, but I mean, he's a pretty strong and stealthy guy, found from experience. However, I don't know if he's like a
What do you
smooth
think they're
talker, if you
going
will.
out there to do exactly? They're not
Well, I
housebreaking.
Well, no. I mean, he has a certain set of skills. I just don't know what his skills are with the ladies. Haven't seen it. Not sure I want to see it. But it'd be interesting. He's more of the brawler type, right? And protector.
That's what I would say.
Right?
Brawler types need love too.
Oh, yeah. That's what we're all here for, right? Finding love in all the wrong places, it seems.
Is it? I kind of thought we were here for a murder and a missing person.
Oh, right. What do you have any plans on? What should we do to find some information about this murder? I feel like this is not really the most opportune place to get information about a dead father.
I would say Linnea, because she's had like the round she bought and then also the aquavit that came with their room, like there's some high color on her cheeks. She's holding it together, but it's
difficult.
She's on the
Komrik.
edge of
Komrik, can you roll observation for me, please?
Observation. Absolutely. Ooh. 2 successes.
Okay. So observation also lets you like read people a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And as you're saying to Linnea, what could we possibly find in this place? One of the sons, I don't think at this point you can tell which one is Pete and which one is Pace, because they both look just dumb and brutish. One of them sort of turns his body away from you in a way that suggests that there is definitely something you could find out that has to do with him and a murder you mentioned.
Almost like he heard what I said.
Yes.
Oh.
We're real not good about talking quietly.
Yeah, that's completely
You're
true.
in a bar at a table. There is so many people.
I figured that the room volume would be enough to kind of cover our voices. So I'm gonna go order something. I'll be right back, Linnea. And I'm gonna move quickly towards maybe Pete or Pace.
The one who turned away.
Correct. And I'm gonna tap him on the shoulder, but also take a step back after I do. Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
I was wondering what your best drink would be. Is it just the alcohol, the beer that is served, or are there maybe something
The
stiffer?
aquavit.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
For here.
Okay.
You want better?
I wouldn't mind purchasing something a little bit stronger. I've noticed that you've been quite busy, so maybe I would purchase one for you. Also.
We don't sell it here.
Okay.
We have
Where
it at the house.
should I follow you then?
No. You
Okay.
wait until you are invited to the house and then you get drink with dinner.
I see.
Come
I
to the
noticed.
house tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you so
Bring
much.
friends. Bring wife.
Right. That whole wife thing. I'm new to this. I'm not very good at never had a wife before, so wouldn't really know.
You leave her to wander like this, you don't have wife for long.
Oh,
That I do know.
Especially around here.
No, in general.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for the husbandly advice. I appreciate that. We were looking for one of her friends. She seemed to be working here, or at least here on the island. What was her name?
So many people work here. Pick one.
Right. It started with a J. Josephina, Justina, Johanna, something like that. I don't know. I mean, she's my wife, but I don't really listen that hard.
That is good. Women talk nonsense, is what Mama says.
Yeah, but
only listen to Mama.
That's the most important part, right? Yeah, absolutely. But do you know of any Justina, just Johannesson, Johansson?
Yeah, ask the ones
something?
with feathers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't remember their names.
If you ever need help with security, just come and grab me. I don't mind bruising my knuckles a little bit.
Yeah, you make trouble, I bruise my knuckles on you, you bruise my knuckles on you, it is fine.
We ain't here to make any trouble, but if you need any help, me and I know you saw the other guy. He's a big guy. He could help out too. So we're just here to help.
Already left.
Yeah, he was a little busy with someone, wasn't he?
I go back to work. You behave.
Absolutely.
Come to dinner tomorrow. Bring friends.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And my name's Komrik. What was your name, sir? Pete. Nice to meet you, sir. I'll see you tomorrow. And no trouble from us. You don't have to worry about that.
Good.
And I'll return back to the table.
So out of this little conversation, other than what you heard, you spend a little more time standing grossly close. Standouts are the incredibly bad dental hygiene and matching breath of death. And he had a pistol tucked in his belt.
Could I clock the godmother at all when I was talking to Pete? Was she
watching? Yes.
Watching? Okay. All right. Well, it looks like, Miss Linnea, we have an in to the residence tomorrow, but I don't know if that's going to be hostile or not. And I kind of glance over my shoulder at the godmother and see if she's still watching me.
You get the feeling she's somehow watching everyone.
Yeah, I just
Like
feel
she's
like the-
in her 70s, but she's so sharp. Also, Pete and Pace, I don't know if I mentioned, they're easily in their 50s.
Oh. So Pete over there, he was nice enough to invite us to dinner at the house tomorrow night.
You just charmed him into dinner?
Well, I just asked.
What's that face? That's
I know. Well, see, I'm not quite sure if that's if it was him overhearing our conversation or if that was more of a common hospitality for folk that are spending quite a bit of money on this island. I don't know. I asked about Justina, but he didn't really have any answers for that other than asking other barmaids here. So hopefully Fredrik brings back some good information.
Since our Elsi is missing in action, so to speak, who is our... Do we have like a current kind of waitress or someone who's serving us?
No, it's not like they have this inn divided in zones and you were like in... It's just whichever person is not currently actively feather dancing and is nearby.
I was gonna say perhaps... Is anyone, like, keeping an eye on, like, our half of the... I don't know how busy, like, well-staffed this place is.
It's not as well-staffed. I mean, most of the sailors, whenever they want attention, just sort of either shout or try to pinch someone's butt. It's not very, It's not polite company.
Linnea is going to not take that course of action, I think.
Fair.
As well set up as it was, she'll just flag someone down.
You draw the attention of one of the other barmaids. Without even asking, she puts down more booze in front of you and is already, like... It's like she's trying to, like, swoop in and leave.
Where's the father? Father Oscar?
Oh, yeah.
Sitting in a corner, doing the thing where he has to pretend not to know you, but also keeping so much of an eye on you, it's a little awkward.
Miss Linnea, what if we were brought here on false pretenses?
For what purpose would you think?
I'm not quite sure. Oscar really doesn't have too much information about all the goings on here, and it sounds more like a mission of vengeance almost for him. Did he tell you anything about this Justina? Why he's so worried about her well-being when she maybe didn't want to come back?
Just that they grew up together and had been close for quite a while. And he said this wasn't like her. But there's kind of a case to be made that he would be upset at... She'll lower her voice a little bit. Not in like, ooh, a juicy secret sort of way, but
Right.
just not projecting over the bar. Yeah, there's a lot of people here who follow the old traditions, or at least don't follow the church, it seems. So I'm sure he's probably not thrilled at them. Like, dead friends aside, missing friends aside.
Right. I don't know. I think I'll have to read that letter one more time and maybe try to get some clues from there.
Assuming she still
can't-
has it, she'd pass it over. Otherwise, I don't know who ended up with it, but
I don't know either. Yeah.
I don't know which character has it, but it is in the handouts if you want to actually reread it.
Yeah. Copied and pasted it into my Word document here in my notes. So.
Proud of you.
Linnea made a full copy to send to the elder Linnea. She
Yes.
probably would
Who
have
was
copied
currently
it.
chilling in Poland.
Yeah, she would have also copied it down in her notebook just so she had everything together. So
Okay.
even if she didn't have the
I figured
original,
it would probably be Linnea. Yeah.
yeah, she'd be able to pass a copy at least to Komrik.
While you're talking about this, you catch Astrid. Astrid's eye, and she's sort of looking at coming over, but it's gotten even crowdier and even more smoky and even more gross, and just sort of mimes that she's going upstairs to bed.
I should probably make sure she gets back to the. This whole charade is really just out of control. I feel like it almost hinders us from doing what we're doing because I have to pretend as though we're some kind of couple. So we can't split up in any way. But I'm gonna make sure that she gets back to her room and at least look like a couple.
I mean, that's the cover, but
Yeah.
you can also just kind of be a not good couple, you know?
I think that might actually work here, and for this instance, maybe Pete and Pace would try to get in the way. I think that's a good idea.
She's
He
like
gets up-
halfway through the drink that the waitress
Right,
just
right.
brought, and she's like,
He shoots up and
One little detail about the drink Linnea's having. As the evening's getting rowdier and people are getting drunker, you started later than most people, and I'm assuming you're pacing yourself a little better. Apparently they've reached a point of the night where the liquor is being diluted with salt water.
oh god. I assumed it was watered down, but okay.
No, she waters it down with salt water so people puke and then order more.
And are thirstier, yeah, okay, great.
Yes.
ooh,
So the aquavit was already questionable. It's even worse now.
so glad Komrik isn't drinking. He learned his lesson actually from last time.
Linnea's learning now.
We'll see if she
so
learns.
he's gonna shoot up and see if there's a barmaid available that would probably be looking his way, and
I
he's
love
gonna
the use of the word available. There are barmaids not actively doing anything right now. Yes.
act like as soon as Astrid goes back upstairs, he's gonna act like a real jerk husband and really lay it on thick with one of the barmaids, like hand against the wall, just like, hey, how are you?
Oh, how am I, or how much am I?
Uh
So those are different things, but you look rich. And she does this thing where she like walks her fingers up the lapels of your coat.
Flattery fills my battery. So I was looking for maybe a good time later, but specifically looking for Justina, if you know her.
She sort of pulls her hand off you and goes, right, fun. She's in tomorrow.
No worries. Anytime, we can still have this conversation. So,
I'm not down with you calling me Justina while we do anything, so I'm not sure that this is for you.
What is your name?
Ulla.
I'm Komrik, and I will call you by your name if you call me by mine, and we'll be just fine. But
she sort of rolls her eyes as you're rhyming.
And definitely not on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So when my friend gets back, he's the taller gentleman with the dark hair, a pretty bow tie. He is the rich one, and I came over here. He had his eye on you, and I just wanted to.
But he left with Elsi.
Well, he's got an appetite that can't be quenched with just one woman, if you will. So I'm going to go ahead and pay you now for services unrendered to Mr. Fredrik when he gets back.
I mean, you're very weird people, but sure.
Okay. Well, so I give her
like she is completely oblivious to what you're doing and just heard, "I will pay you for services not rendered," and you have her.
You had me at hello. Yeah. So
you had me at how much?
You're right. So I'm gonna give her a I don't even know, gold piece, whatever, silver.
Shit. Yeah, no, she'll take the gold.
yeah. But I'm gonna be like, remember to flirt with him.
Sucking it
non-stop.
very deeply into her bodice.
Yeah. Non-stop. He is all about the ladies. But anyway, thank you so much. I look forward to seeing what happens later, Ulla. And then I'm gonna go back to the seat and just kick up my feet and wait for the show.
Gold.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be great.
Beautiful. Ulla made a gold doing nothing yet. Again, doesn't usually let people watch sport for that amount of money. You know, what even are morals?
Can I slip it to her like discreetly?
I mean, you can knuckle it into her corset.
I'm sorry, well, no. Can we phrasing? Are we not doing phrasing anymore?
I mean, yes, we are.
Right, yeah. I'd like to.
You can definitely slip it to her discreetly.
Okay. That's and scene. Oh goodness.
Beautiful. So Freddie, how's it going?
I don't know. You tell me. Is there a roll?
I mean, I do feel like this should be like a combination of things, you know?
Sure.
We're not looking for an emotional connection. You know what? Just roll agility.
Okay.
I want to make so many remarks about fast fingers right now, but I'm trying to behave.
I mean, it's alliterative with his name.
He might be copyrighted. Pretty sure it's already been taken this time. Oh. Yeah.
I love that face. No successes, I take it? So, I don't know how happy Freddy is at the end, but Elsi is, what's the best word? Soundly disappointed.
Eh.
How long do you wait after disappointing Elsi in the worst way before you start questioning her again? Or do you think that maybe now is not the time? Like, she's turned away from you, getting dressed again.
I'm trying to figure out Freddy, because I know what I would do. I would make an observation roll and say, hold on, let me try again. But Freddy... I feel like Freddy's all business, and if she's getting dressed, that means business is done.
I mean, she is definitely done.
Yeah. All right, so Freddy would be like, cinching his shirt back up. I hope that was to your liking. So, as to my questions...
You don't even have to roll to see her eye roll at that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I guess I, what's that phrase they use? I got my money's worth.
Oh, should money have been involved?
I mean, money can still be involved.
Well,
at this point, I would prefer money to be involved. At least I get something out of this.
Right. Well, I'm unaware of the custom. Will this suffice? And I guess he'll match Komrik.
Elsi brightens noticeably. Why, yes. That will do very nicely. Thank you, Freddy.
So, if you don't mind, would there be anything you could be willing to indulge about the brothers or the mistress of the tavern?
Oh, Abela. Sorry, the godmother. I mean, is there anything you particularly want to know? I try to stay away from Pete and Pace because they're gross and dumb. And mean. And they like to follow people. Abela likes to water down the liquor with salt water so people throw up and they buy more booze. And, like, they call everyone here, like, oh, it's the herring isle, and oh, her son's the herring baron. But they also make so much money selling liquor.
Understandable. How about just...
Oh, and brother-wise, there also used to be Paul. But I haven't seen him in ages.
Are there any talks or murmurs about where he may have absconded to?
Well, if you ask Abela, Pete, and Pace, they say he's on a trip to Gothenburg. And if you ask sailors, then he's either dead, drowned, turned into a toad, turned into a rock, got caught sleeping with someone's wife and had to flee, got caught sleeping with someone's husband and had to flee. Oh, I heard a really fun rumor where he sat on a rock, but the rock turned out to be a troll and it ate him. Because trolls are big, scary slobber monsters. So yeah, it kind of depends on who you ask, really. Honestly, the trip to Gothenburg seems likely. But who knows? I don't like to keep track of everybody, you know? It's this place, everybody sort of comes and goes, and you shouldn't get too attached.
Does sound quite lonely. Well, are trolls common around here? That's quite rumor.
I don't think I've ever seen one. They're hard to miss, right? But they normally would live under a bridge and collect coal, so I don't know. We don't have a lot of bridges here. Well, I do always put out a little bowl for the pixies, because you never know.
Yes. Always wise. How about any rumors about the godmother?
I mean,
I feel uncomfortable stares from her.
I mean, there's not a lot of rumors because she's just terrifying. Like if she hears that you've been talking about her, you might get in trouble. So I try not to.
I see.
I mean, you paid me well, but I need a job still. So I don't want to.
Would another help? How much gold do I have?
I mean, yeah, I could probably go home with that much.
Out of character, how much funds do I have to assist with this?
It depends on how you divided it over the characters, because Linnea has a private stash, but as a party, you're pretty fucking rich and you can afford this. You did so well on getting extra resources before you set out. For this mystery, you could afford this.
Also, Linnea gives
probably not make it a habit, but
Fredrik a lot of her funds to hold because he's the one that's supposed to pay for her stuff.
Oh yeah, you're not supposed to be carrying money.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Upon hearing that, Freddy would give her 2 more gold and says, "Make sure you leave, if that is what you wish."
Oh, thanks. I mean, is there anything in particular you want to know about her? Or just...
Just the things that are only whispered in the darkest corners about her.
I mean, she probably murdered her husband. We're pretty sure about that one. Before they became big in the herring trade and selling all the booze, they used to be wreckers, which is also why this island is called Wreckers Isle.
Yes. How did
there's
she
a lot
get
of some
into
rumors in creepy corners, right? I'm not saying this is true. I'm not saying this happened, and if you heard someone say it, it probably wasn't me. But there are some suggestions that maybe some of the wrecks they found weren't as abandoned as they should have been before they took all the stuff.
Interesting. Okay. Well, assuming you have no ties to the tavern, I'm sure you could find a boat that's leaving tonight if you so wish.
Probably. I mean, probably once the tide goes out again. Yeah, I suppose I can grab my stuff and go. I don't really owe anyone anything here.
Okay.
It was fun. It was fun at the start, but it gets old.
I'm sure, as I've been told many forms of employment are like that.
Yeah, it would be nice to drink something that doesn't taste like salt water.
Well,
I think I'll go inland.
well, thank you for the wonderful evening.
And the same to you.
And I give her the most gentlemanly handshake.
She gives her she is back in like her chicken costume, and she gives you an oddly graceful curtsy.
Right. I guess I'm just gonna head back.
As you step through the door of the inn, you hear a squeal as a woman in chicken feathers sort of launches herself at you and goes, "Fredrik!" And kind of stops talking there, but just sort of attaches. Elsi, who walked with you because she does have to pack some stuff at the inn, walks past the both of you and just says to her, girl, don't," and keeps walking.
I guess Fredrik will look down and go, "Oh, did you want to have a conversation as well?"
Is that what we're calling it? A conversation? Sure, that's your thing. I think your friend wanted to watch, though.
I don't see why not.
Oh, you're both freaks. But you're rich freaks, so I'm down with it. Where are we going?
I don't know. Where do you have conversations?
Pretty much anywhere. You have rooms here. We could go up to your room.
I'm trying to figure out how.
While you're sort of, again, a little sort of half flustered, Ulla sort of like one arm around your shoulders, sort of leaning on you, turns to Komrik and goes, and she starts sort of playing with your mustache. I mean, if you don't want to do it in your room, we can go outside, but it's gonna get pretty cold soon.
Like, you are aware when I say conversation, I mean conversation, correct?
I mean, there's a lot of meanings in the word conversation.
No, there is one.
There's different kinds of talking and communicating.
Communication, maybe. Conversation, no.
I mean, look, there are a few things that I'm not very keen on, but, you know, if you're into something weird, we can discuss, I guess, sure.
May I ask who sent you my way?
Oh, sure thing. And she, like, still semi-attached to you, turns around, points and waves at Komrik and Linnea. Komrik said that you had an appetite and he wanted to see it happen. After you were done with Elsi.
Nice.
If I had a hat, I would tip it.
So lead the way, I guess.
Well, I don't know what room you're in.
Do I know what room we're in? Did they tell us what rooms we were in?
Yes, you already put your stuff away. You are sharing a room, of course, with Linnea, or rather her broom closet, because Komrik and Astrid are newlyweds, have to share a room this time, so there is no boy-girl split going on.
Right. Okay. Sure. I'll take her to Komrik's room.
As you open the door to Komrik's room, Astrid is in bed.
Just Astrid. No, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm legit gonna try and have a conversation with her. She's already been paid. Right?
She has already been paid, yes.
So,
Okay, so you're having a conversation with Ulla in Komrik's room while Astrid is asleep in bed.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want to ask Ulla?
Assuming she doesn't know any more than Elsi.
Elsi, Fredrik,
Elsi.
please, you just attempted to pleasure a woman and you don't even know her name.
Okay, I'll ask about what she knows about Pete and Pace.
You get the exact same from her as you did from Elsi.
Mm-hmm.
Dumb, mean, listen to mother.
Sure. Then anything about the former husband?
She remembers his name was Benjamin.
Mm-hmm.
And he was less dumb, but just as mean.
Great.
And after he died is when Abela just stepped in and took charge of the family.
And the last thing, anything like a location or whatever of the wrecks that made Abela who she is.
All over the archipelago.
Okay. So yeah, so wonderful. I'll tell her she can sleep in the empty bed if she wants. And
The one that Astrid is in?
no, there's 2 beds, right?
The newlyweds get a double bed, not 2 singles.
Oh god damn it.
They are married. They have to consummate things.
All right, then no, I'll let her out.
All right. She looks a little confused, but pleased with the easy money. Passes Elsi on the stairs, and Elsi goes. And she just sort of goes. Right. Are there any other barmaids you would like to disappoint tonight?
No, Fredrik will do his duties and go prepare Linnea's room.
Beautiful. I think it's a little early, but I think this is a good time to take a break. And I don't know, bleach my brain or something. It's absolute trolls.
Paying a butler who's all muscle, no emotion is weird.
He's multifaceted.
Like,
I get to play predatory barmaid, so I'm having a great time.
I mean, everything that Freddy's towards women is just kind of like, no, please, just pay attention for the love of God.
I mean, this could have been a lot less awkward if Komrik didn't pay Ulla.
Why not? Yeah, definitely.
So, you know,
Hey,
it was
definitely.
well deserved.
I'm getting a whole bunch of fish. I needed to get him back somehow.
It's true. You've got so many fish.
Okay.
All right.
Pet your pets.
10 to 15.
Drink your water. Stretch. God,
Breathe.
we'll be back with more Nordic horror after this.
Because that's
Please
what's
let there be
happening.
horror after the
Scrub your
break.
memories if needed.
Oh gosh.
Welcome back, everybody. I hope we had some nice cleansing breaths during our break. We'll just continue on and leave the past in the past. At least until, next time we feel like bringing this up, because honestly, it was hilarious. Unless anyone has anything in particular they still want to do before going to bed, I would like to hear that now.
Astrid didn't, say anything to it. Did she just go upstairs, or did she say, okay, I'm going to bed?
She just started going to bed, have a headache after all these smelly sailor readings in a tobacco cloud.
Okay. So she didn't just disappear or anything.
No.
In which case...
She was almost as awkward at saying goodnight to her husband as can humanly be imagined.
Yeah.
Understandable.
We can only guess at that.
I will leave it for Baker to tell us what that looked like next week.
Linnea's good with, she's not feeling so good, really. I don't think she finished her last drink.
Yes.
How many did you have before that last one?
She had 2.5.
Ooh.
2 and 3/4. 2 and 3/4.
2 and 3/4. Yeah.
The original toast, whatever came with their dinner, and then whatever the barmaid put down when she and Komrik were talking, so.
Can you roll me a force check?
Sure could.
It's also the booze dinner combination that's important in this.
Who wants to guess at how many dice I'm rolling?
3.
I think it would be unfair if I guessed because I have all your character sheets.
I know.
Very true.
I rolled
Very
2
true.
and I got 2 5s, so no successes.
So close. Like you briefly, you consider that last bit of that last shot. And you're like, no, better not. And you put it down, and you feel good about your decisions. You feel proud that you put that last drink down just a moment too late. That last shot before you put it down sort of lands with the salt water and the aquavit on what passed for dinner in this place, and somehow a sailor with a particularly sour body odor passes by you at that exact time and sort of leans over you to talk to the person next to you, and everything in your stomach just revolts. And with 0 successes, you just puke on the floor.
Sorry.
Komrik's
I will
gonna
point
grab...
out you feel pretty much instantly. This is just relief. You instantly feel better.
Oh. Okay, I'm...
Komrik's gonna grab her a towel. Just... Here, I think you're probably done for the night, yeah?
I think, yeah. Ooh. Thank you. Sorry.
Let's not tell Fredrik about this. I think he might get upset that I didn't quite look right.
Don't think that'd be good for either of us.
Right, exactly.
One of the chicken-feathered barmaids is already putting, sawdust over your little pile.
Kitty litter.
Yeah.
Kitty litter. Just a little bit of grit.
It did not seem...
The smell in this bar doesn't noticeably get worse after this.
Yeah, I'd, say I want some water, but I don't really trust it around here, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe just bed.
Probably the best for all of us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna... Because Fredrik's already up there, right?
Yes, he is prepping Linnea's room.
So, I'm gonna usher Linnea up the stairs and then head back to my room with Astrid.
Okay. When you're entering your room, the one you share with Astrid, there is no Astrid. There is a note on your pillow.
Oh, man.
At least
This
there's a note
why
on
does
one
this
of the
happen?
pillows. You assume it's yours.
Yeah, why does this always happen to me? I'm going to go ahead and read the...
Okay. Folded in with the note is the ring Linnea gave Astrid.
Oh.
And the note reads, Komrik, I am hiding out to scout the area. Don't worry, this is something I am actually good at. Way better than my people skills. Keep this safe.
All right. Well, he's going to tuck it in his coat pocket and he's going to head off to bed. Good gosh. Could imagine what she's getting herself into. What?
Alright, Linnea's in bed. Komrik's in bed.
I'm too tired to deal with this.
Fredrik, please tell me you're going to bed.
I'm going to update Linnea on everything I learned. Not to drink.
Tell her where her pin money went.
Yes. And not to drink the alcohol because they water it down with seawater.
Oh. That does seem like something that they would probably do in a shady place like this.
Yes, they all seem to be quite dubious in character, so be vigilant about what you are imbibing.
Smart, wise words. I will take those to heart. We didn't do a whole lot. Just kind of held down the fort, so to speak. There is something Komrik said, and he might be onto something. But on the other hand, we also have a bad history of distrusting people that we should trust, so could go either way on this. He is wondering maybe if Father Oscar was maybe less than honest about why he brought us out here. Maybe just that there's more to the story there than we've been told. So I don't need to tell you to stay suspicious, but
excuse my language, ma'am, but I wouldn't put it past a man of the cloth to enjoy being under the cloth as well. So there may be some truth to what you say.
I had not considered that. That's also a good point. She's gonna dig out her notebook and just kind of like make a few amendments to her thoughts from earlier. Okay. I'd say that's something to sleep on, but
Yes.
I would rather not.
Well, we should be getting to bed. Do you need to prepare anything? Any tonic water, perhaps? Something.
Oh, you know, after that boat ride, with all that churning sea, that serpent situation, a little tonic water wouldn't hurt.
Yes.
Yeah, good idea. Thank you.
Fredrik will mix up a little, I don't know.
Hair of the dog.
Well, yeah, or what's what is the anti or the what's that? The Pepto-Bismol of the day.
I feel like Pepto-Bismol's always existed, so hard to
At
say.
this point, you're just talking about ginger tea.
Oh, that
Yeah,
sounds so
all right.
good.
Bit of ginger tea.
The tea, and then head to bed.
Okay. Everybody falls asleep for the night. Besides Astrid. But we'll deal with her at another time. Does everyone stay asleep for the night? Good. Proud of you.
I'm gonna say Fredrik is gonna be a little vigilant just in case, because we are literally in the end of the enemy as far as we know.
Dun, dun, dun. Sure.
I think Linnea has a rough night's sleep just because she's spoiled, and I'm sure the mattress is not up to snuff. And
It's also rowdy downstairs still.
yeah, like the between the sounds and the smells and the mattress, she sleeps, but it's like sleeping on an airplane. Like it's not great.
It's not very restful.
No, so she'll wake up and then she'll listen to hear if, there was anything out of the ordinary that woke her, if it was just, a brawl downstairs or,
Roll vigilance. Freddy can roll as well, because he already said he was keeping one ear open. We're talking early morning here, like nearish dawn.
1-6 sucks.
also 1-6.
Okay. This particular brawl seems to be a little louder than like the general noises of the night. And you recognize the voice of Oscar as he is being thrown out of the inn. He is once again calling people sinners and telling them to repent.
Oscar's doing great.
The words "den of sin" are mentioned again.
I have to hand it to him for staying up that late, worrying about sin. Fredrik, are you awake?
Yes, Miss Linnea.
Did you hear that?
Should we go investigate?
Oh, you want me to go with you?
Of course
Sure,
not, ma'am.
yes.
You should get your sleep.
It'll take me a lot longer to be presentable.
Of course.
I'll look out the window.
Yes, that should do fine. I'll let you know if anything noteworthy happens.
She's gonna
I
do the
guess-
Snow White nose pressed against the glass.
At least it's the Snow White version and not the Titanic version.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. I'm sorry. You people put my brain in a certain place, and I am fighting against it.
She would also like open the if it's a window that opens. I don't know how
It's one of those windows
luxurious
that
that
goes
is.
up, so you can. Goes up about that much.
Baby kitty.
Yeah, just enough so she could like hear anything outside. I don't know what side of the building we're on, but just if there's anything going on over there.
I mean, you're on like the south side of the building, and the entrance is on the east side of the building, so you would hear more, but still can't see.
Okay. I will switch us over to the map.
Yes, upon going down, Fredrik is going to rap on Komrik and Astrid's door.
Yeah, I would be on the bed, fully clothed, boots off, pistol in hand. So,
Do you know how wedding nights work?
I'm pretty sure.
This is America.
They usually
That's how
involve the
wedding
bride
nights
to be present.
Usually that would be the case, but she's gone and I don't have to disrobe. So, Yeah, he would be up and at the door pretty quickly.
Does Linnea know how wedding nights work?
She thinks she does.
I don't think
She does
any of us three would really know what we're supposed to do.
Fair. I mean, wedding nights is usually coming back to your hotel too tired to do anything, parking your ass in the jacuzzi for an hour, and then going to sleep praying you never have to wear shoes again.
I mean, it's already been established that Fredrik is an expert at honeymoon relations, so.
Somehow it involves giving people fish.
Yeah. Fredrik, I'm surprised to see you even walking. What's going on?
Well, after completing a task you couldn't, I have noticed, in keeping my vigilance, that the priest is downstairs and has gotten himself kicked out. Perhaps we should.
Yeah, I was kind of worried about that. He's not as discreet as we are. Yeah, I'll come with you.
Discreet is nowhere in the region of what he is.
No, not at all. I don't bother grabbing my duster, so I do have my pistol and my but I'll leave my saber back in the room.
Okay. As you're heading down the stairs, the crowd is quieter. There's fewer people. A lot of people that are there are, I was going to say not awake, but barely conscious might be just as accurate at this point. They're not looking great. They've clearly spent most of the money they made. Some of them lost everything gambling. There's someone like asleep under a fold-out chair somehow. The morning shift of waitresses is sort of, as best they can, quote-unquote, cleaning around them with water in buckets that is already black and isn't getting changed out. There is something resembling a breakfast being made, judging by the smell coming from the kitchen, by someone not particularly talented. And Oscar is in front of the front door, being sort of herded away from the building by Pete and Pace, who have clearly already given him a black eye, as he's yelling behind him to Justina to come with him and leave immediately.
So we're able to clock who Justina is?
She's the embarrassed-looking blonde, yes. I can show you a picture of her if I go to the correct area.
I'm gonna nudge Fredrik and which one would you rather take, the brothers or the father?
See a picture of Justina. Emerald 20.
Assuming that Justina is more aligned with our case, perhaps her.
Okay. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this Oscar situation with the brothers, if
You sure that's wise?
well, maybe I should just grab him and haul him off to the dock, maybe send him on his way. I feel like he's gonna get in our way.
Yes, we should probably not have the ire of the essential owners of this island directed towards us as of yet.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna head over there. Pace, I'll take care of this hoodlum and I go towards Oscar, kind of gruffly grabbing him by the back of the shirt,
Okay.
and just whisper at him, just go with it, okay? Get out of here! Come on!
Roll manipulation.
Ooh, I got a feat for this.
I know
For
you do.
deception. Oh yeah.
Math skills.
That's 3 and 4 and 2. That's a lot of.
Look, I managed to roll 0 successes on 9 dice twice last week.
I have 1 and a 2 and a 3, 4 successes.
Oh, very nice. Pete and Pace seem to delight in the idea that you're going to either beat the crap out of the father or maybe take him behind a shed and shoot him somewhere. And they've been up all night beating up sailors, so they're perfectly happy to leave this to you. And sort of grins with very few teeth. Father Utgren picks up on what you're doing right away, and puts up this fake resistance of unhand me, you cur. And he's not a very gifted actor, but he's also not completely sober. So it still sounds not bad.
Get over here! Come on! And I just start pulling him towards like in a headlock, towards the dock.
Good. That is half of the situation dealt with.
What is
Fredrik.
Justina doing? She's just.
Sorry?
And Justina is kind of watching as.
As he's being hauled off, she is quote unquote cleaning a table.
So I guess I'll post up on a table close to her, and so ask her. So I have come to the knowledge that the father there is quite worried about you. Are his worries founded?
I mean, is this place maybe not as clean and nice as a young woman would like to work at? Sure. But I am working here of my own accord. And I just need to make enough money to go travel and see the world and never go back to the stupid little village I came from.
So you'd say the father's meddling is a little unwanted.
I mean, he is a close and dear friend. I have known him for a very long time, but I don't need him to mess with my employment. Sure, sometimes a sailor makes a gross pass at me, but if they go too far, Godmother Abela pulls out her shotgun. I am quite safe. I just want to make enough money to go and build a new future for myself. I was born in Fjellbakken, and I grew up there. Do you know how dull that place is? I want to go to Gothenburg.
Well, consider it's the Father Oscar's residence and place of living. I'm sure it's as dull as he is.
Yes, and I appreciate it. He's very concerned for my soul, but ever since, the vicar died, he's even more convinced that this place is like a portal to hell, and I know this place isn't great. I just need to make some money.
Understandable. Have you noticed anything worth worrying about?
As you're asking this, she sort of glances to the corner where Abela currently isn't sitting, but her apron is there, and rather than like hanging over the barrel, it's sort of standing up on its own with all the filth. And she sort of goes, "Nope."
Well, thank you for your time. Perhaps we can try and keep the good father out of your hair, informing him that upon our evaluation, you are here of your own recognizance, and you need not worry.
Yes, and I appreciate it, but he does not need to concern himself with my immortal soul. And if he could write his mother once in a while, that would also be appreciated, because she's been writing me instead. Again, he's a dear friend. I don't want to see him get in trouble. But he's getting into a lot of trouble on my accord, and it's just not necessary.
Okay. I guess I'll bid her adieu, and I'm gonna go take a look at the apron and barrel.
Okay.
Because she's not there at the moment, right?
No, but you can hear her distinct tone of voice coming from somewhere near the kitchen area.
Right. So I'm gonna take a quick glance at what was previously a very occupied area.
Yes. The barrel is literally a liquor barrel. And the apron is, yes, standing up because it's just so gross. It probably hasn't been washed in a decade. It smells of fish and rot, and there are so many stains you can't even tell what color it used to be. But currently it's sort of a grayish brown.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing about the barrel or the liquor inside that would seem out of the ordinary from.
I mean, if you want to break open the barrel, it's going to take you a little while, but it looks like all the other aquavit barrels. I think Wilde froze. Either that or he's thinking real hard.
Oh no.
No, I'm getting Frozen vibes.
Yeah,
I'm getting
yeah.
Frozen vibes as well. Yeah. So with Komrik dealing with Oscar and Fredrik intently studying a barrel the way no barrel has ever been studied before, the way Elsi wished she would have been studied, we'll briefly go to Linnea, who heard most of what Komrik said, potentially impressed that he managed to lie so well.
One brief moment, I'm just trying to...
Fixing cameras, I assume.
Yeah, I thought I had it earlier. That's absolutely not it.
It looks fine.
Linnea, yes. Is she seeing anything of interest out of the window? I'm assuming not, or hearing anything of interest? Oops.
No, not really. Unless you're
she's going
deeply
to...
invested in the local crab life.
I mean, kind of, but she's going to get reasonably dressed, like nothing that would be too scandalous for her to be out of her room in.
Okay.
I assume she heard Komrik go with Fredrik?
I assume so, yes. Your rooms are pretty close to each other.
Okay, she's going to knock on the door and enter to see what Astrid's up to.
Okay. Komrik, where did you leave the note?
The note, I believe, would still be probably on the nightstand, and then the ring would be in my coat, which I left.
Okay. As you enter the room, there is no Astrid, but there is an unfolded note on the nightstand.
She will read the note because we don't have any boundaries between any of us, apparently.
No, your group
Accurate,
is
100%
deeply
accurate.
and scarily enmeshed at this point. The note, do you want me to repeat it? It's basically Komrik sneaking out to do recon. Don't worry, I'm better at this than I am at people.
Right.
Questionable.
Astrid is presenting that statement as fact. Whether or not you believe it is entirely up to you.
Fair. Alright, so I need... That's what I need. She is going to... This seems like it would have been good to know, but that's okay. It's fine. That's fine. She'll leave the note and head downstairs, I suppose.
Okay. Downstairs, you see... you pass Fredrik on the stairs as he was heading back up, having decided there was no deep, sinister mystery concerning the liquor barrel.
Anything I should know?
I spoke to Miss Justina.
Oh.
And she appears to be her own will.
Good. That's...
Definitely seems to be wary of Miss Aptina.
Fair. I suppose everyone is. We might have a small problem. Are you in a position to receive concerning news?
Sure. What seems to be the issue?
Astrid is missing. She's sneaking around looking for information, which...
So our usual dalliance.
Yeah. I don't know when she left exactly, but it's early morning, and she's not here. So I'm torn. If we go look for her, we could make things bad for her, but also she might be in trouble, so we might help her.
Perhaps we should inform her new husband.
I feel like he probably already knows. But yeah, let's reconvene. Where? Didn't he go with you? Where is he?
He was dealing with the priest, the Father Oscars. Trying to keep him out of danger from the brothers.
Did he succeed? Is it going to be awkward if we follow him? Or is it...
Oh, we can go check.
Is it light out? When you say it's just... Oh, you said just before dawn, which means it's not
It was
light
just
out.
before dawn. It's where that sky is sort of hinting at maybe becoming light. Normally when I see that color of sky, I'm like, fuck it, I have at least 2 more hours of sleep time.
Yeah, okay. Linnea will pop back into her room to retrieve her... I guess her whole bag, actually. The doctor's bag, not anything bigger. And make sure that her gun is just in its usual accessible pocket. Doesn't seem ideal, but that, you know.
We haven't gotten you a thigh holster yet, yeah?
She does have slits in her pockets, so maybe she does have a thigh holster.
We're definitely gonna get
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's not listed on your equipment.
that
sheet,
is
so no.
Yeah.
Komrik's wedding gift to Linnea.
At
If
least it's
she
not
could
a
get that
fish.
as like an early like courtship gift, that'd be great, because we don't know if that wedding's happening or not.
Fair.
Oh, according to Anniek's face, it's happening. I still got
at least one of you's married off. I'm good.
Right. I'll take one for the team.
You've taken 2 for the team.
I'm
Dude, yeah.
right.
You bigamist.
And yet they're both missing. Or
You're
unknown
right.
whereabouts, so...
He's just losing women left and right.
I guess
Better to
Fredrik will-
love than lost than wait, what?
Fredrik will go make sure that Linnea didn't forget any of her essentials.
Thank you,
for
yes.
going out.
Komrik's lining up for next on My Favorite Murder.
At some point, Astrid's going to return in one of those I just murdered my husband robes, only this time it's chicken feathers instead of ostrich feathers. It's going to be glorious.
So I'm gonna escort old Oscar down to the dock, roughly throwing him towards the dock area.
He
Now,
just
what
sort
are-
of slumps down and looks fairly defeated.
What are you doing? You got us coming across the country just to take care of your love triangle? What is this?
What? Love triangle! I just need Justina to be safe. They murdered the vicar. She's not safe here.
You say he murdered, but why was he here in the first place? If this is such a lawless area, why come here? This doesn't make any sense.
To help the people.
To help the people. Sounds like you're helping yourself. And you got us right up in the middle of everything.
What do you mean? There's no point in preaching to the already civilized. They have nothing left to learn.
Now, is lying part of your religion, Father?
I'm not lying.
Okay, because you're in your letter, a dear friend, Justina, just happened to be employed and is now missing. And so we come here thinking that she's missing, and she ain't. And you know exactly where she is.
She showed back up. She was gone for a few days. I hadn't seen
And
her.
from what it looked like, she looked just fine. We're not on your crusade, Father. We're here
Shouldn't
to
be
help the
here.
situation. That does not matter
You
to
are
us.
here to help me prove they killed my mentor, so Justina can see that they are incredibly bad people and will
And
leave.
run back to your loving arms. Yes, I understand why we're here, Father, but this is not what I signed up for. Neither did anybody else. And we're not putting ourselves in harm's way just to figure out why she needs to leave this place.
I am not in love with her to begin with. And I'm telling you, the Herring Baron is a bad person doing bad things.
But what do we have as far as proof about Vicar's death? Because right now, I got a letter from you that ain't necessarily truthful, and I got
You talked to Pete. Did you see the revolver that was in his belt?
Yeah, I saw the
It
revolver.
was
You see this
Henrik's.
revolver I got on my waist. There's nothing. Linnea's
The
got one.
revolver on his waist was Henrik's. How would he have gotten it if not by killing him?
Well, you could have easily just said that from the beginning now, couldn't
I
you?
saw it tonight. And I was going to tell you, but then there was some bullshit about your wife and sailors and you buying prostitutes, and I was very seriously questioning what kind of people I hired as well. Because you might not be thinking much of me, sir, but you are a bunch of scoundrels and hoodlums, and I hope the society strikes all of you from their records. You're disgusting. You are no better than the sailors here.
Of all people should know what we are trying to accomplish here. And
You
sometimes
bought your butler a whore.
we are gathering information, Father. Maybe you should sit down and quit chastising everyone.
I don't think your butler would ever miss a button on his own blouse, and yet here we are.
I don't understand what that has to do with anything. However,
The fact that he undressed at some point while gathering information?
we have to do what we have to do, Father. And if you want answers, then maybe you should contribute to what's going on and not keep information from us.
I didn't have the information I have now until I returned to the island with you today.
You have accusations. You have put all of us in danger.
I asked for Rollo.
Well,
He would have
Rollo,
been able to deal with this perfectly fine. If you feel you are not up to this, you are free to leave.
and second of all, you have not hired us at all. We're not getting paid for
I
this.
hired the society.
Hired. You
I'm
asked
sorry,
for help.
I am making a donation out of the goodness of my heart.
No, we don't want your donation.
Oh, duly noted.
So that is Vickers' weapon on Pete's hip.
Yes,
Is that what
I
you're
saw
telling me?
it when he turned around to talk to you.
I feel like there's still information, Father, that you're not giving us. What else is going on here? We need to know.
I don't know. Just that whole family's bad. Depending on who you ask, their brother is missing, or, he happened to start visiting a distant city the same week the vicar disappeared. Can't tell me that's just a coincidence. And you know how there's this rumor that Abela murdered her husband? I think it was Zacharias. That's a more common rumor until they started beating the teeth out of everyone who talked about it.
Well, that sounds like some information that we should have known before we came on the island. But
I'm sorry, you were very busy getting fake married and receiving fish.
well, I think for the best that you go back on the next ship, because they're not going to be happy that you're here and associating with us. We don't need anybody else blowing our cover because they think that we're sinful, Father.
I mean, Jesus hung out with prostitutes, but he didn't pay for them.
Well, we're not Jesus. And neither are you.
No, but I aim to live in his image. I will leave for now. And he
Is
sort
there
of gets up
anything-
and starts stumbling away.
Yeah, well, have another drink. Is
I'm
there
not sure if he's
anything?
properly drunk or if the blows to the head are causing confusion.
He's concussed. Now I feel bad.
He's pretty fucking concussed at this point, yes.
And I say very loudly in a very animated way. And don't you come back either.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anyone else you want to bully on your way back to the inn? Sorry.
Well, the dock is near the warehouse, yeah? Like we had to pass the residence in the warehouse to get down to the dock.
Yeah, well, near is saying a lot. It's there's not like proper roads.
Right.
But yes, close-ish.
Can I see if there's, what the are there workers going into the warehouse? Is there any type of movement this early in the morning?
I mean, yes, it's not as crowded as the first time, but yeah, there's still barrels being moved around.
Kind of like a 24-hour work
yeah,
situation.
There's
Shifts.
A train oil boiler nearby that smells 24/7. There's like during the day it is super busy, like Amazon warehouse busy. And the night shift is very much it's a much smaller group, but the train oil boiler. Bleh, sorry, English is very hard. How do you do this? The train oil boiler is like they don't turn it off at night and then have to start the whole thing up in the morning. So there's always a crew to keep that going at night.
All right, I'm gonna look and see if I can get a little closer to maybe see if I can see the maybe clock either Abella or Zacharias.
Zacharias.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Because we still
Zacharias.
haven't seen him, if I'm
This is correct.
not mistaken.
All right, 1-person infiltration team. As you're stealthing closer to this warehouse, can I have a stealth check, please?
Mm-hmm.
I like how you will judge Astrid for doing what Komrik is now also doing.
Well, if I'm down there, I might as well look.
Look, my hands are tied. I'm being led where I'm being led.
Right. Ooh,
Nope.
just one success.
1 success.
a lot of dice.
Wonderful.
That was a music shift.
Isn't it
That's
great?
fine.
As you're
Whoa.
sneaking closer to this warehouse, wording is so important. You don't think anyone sees you. Again, it's a really big yellow building. There's a bit of shrubbery around, wooden walkways. When you get close enough to get a proper look at the warehouse, the stench is so bad. I need you to make a force test.
Oh. Dang.
I don't know if you've ever smelled oil being boiled in cauldrons next to barrels where herring is being salted. But whale oil is a smell.
No successes.
No successes. Great. You get the exhausted condition.
Ooh. I deserve that.
Are you staying outside, or are you attempting an entry?
No. I'm just gonna clock from the outside and feeling as terrible and the smell being as strong as it is, I'm gonna warily walk my happy ass back to the inn.
Okay.
Feeling not too proud of myself.
All right. Back at the inn, we have Fredrik and Linnea, who have apparently adopted one of the inn's cats.
So I guess we're heading outside to try and track Astrid.
2 of the inn's cats.
You want to try and track Astrid, okay? So, because I kind of know you people, Baker did roll stealth before she signed off for today.
Oh.
Because, you know, I figured there would be people looking for her.
Linnea
So
would
if
ask,
you...
like, the waitresses that are around, you know, if they happen to see someone matching Astrid. That's her tracking skill, is just...
Fair enough. Considering you have absolutely no boundaries and already went into the room, the day clothes Astrid was wearing are left behind in the room. And the outfit she uses to look like a dude are gone.
Cool. I'm already feeling better about her chances of success.
Yes.
Right.
I would like Fredrik to roll vigilance to see if you can beat Astrid's stealth.
Does he get any sort of advantage for me staying out of the way and not hindering him?
No, but if you want to be in the scene with him and help him, you can try and actually get him a bonus.
All right, I will as soon as I assume I don't get any information from the waitstaff, so I will.
They can tell you that she read many fortunes. They feel very bad for her if that's indeed her husband, and she went to bed early, and nobody can blame her.
In which case, I will join Fredrik outside on the hunt.
Fredrik, you get 1 extra dice for having a fellow investigator help you look for clues.
Yay.
Yay!
Yay.
Oh no.
4 6s on stealth wasted.
4 6s?
Astrid is a sneaky bitch.
Sheesh.
That sounds about right,
Well,
to be
I
fair.
probably wouldn't have found her anyway.
Why is she
God
wasting her
knows.
time poisoning people? She should be sneaking around. She's
Look, we
on
all
point
need
this
we all
time,
need a hobby, okay? As you are sneaking around,
PK when you're
looking
not
for
even-
someone even sneakier than you are, I will point out that near the... in my mind, I keep wanting to call it a gangplank, but it's... is there a proper word for one of those wooden boardways that they use instead of proper roads to keep everything lifted out of the mud, or is it just a wooden walkway and you have to keep saying the whole thing?
Boardwalk?
Boardwalk?
Boardwalks are usually, aren't they, like, just walkways
water?
along the water?
By the pier, yeah.
Yeah, piers
Yeah.
like go out, and then boardwalks.
You know what?
kind
I
of
think
cross.
I've explained this enough. The road.
Boardwalks also.
Well, yeah,
the
we
word
we
inland.
definitely.
You get the picture. You're walking along a road.
Okay.
At some point, it has to be enough. I do still love you. You're walking around this boardwalk, and the planks are like, this isn't proper carpentry. It's not planks tightly nailed together. There's a lot of gaps and cracks and weird noises as you sort of clop along them. And at one point, you see a little crab pop out of one of the cracks. And then another, and another. And then there's dozens. And then there's hundreds. And they're making this like crab-shaped tidal wave towards you.
I would like... This is towards Fredrik and I, or Komrik?
Fredrik and you.
Yeah. I say we book it out here.
I say we book it too. We book it.
You book it. You can hear this clattering noise of just, but at this point, hundreds of those annoying clacky scales and pinchers behind you, and their little crabby legs as they give chase. And I need you to roll agility.
Need your agility.
I'm sorry if I displeased the Otter Overlord.
I'm apologizing to everyone that's wearing headphones, and I am so sorry for my laugh. I thought I was muted.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I was louder. We'll equalize it for YouTube, I'm sure.
Right.
Yeah, that's
And
absolutely.
by we, I mean
do.
Eva, whose fault this was.
Hey, I actually got 1 6.
Hey,
Well, I'm glad you did. My 2 dice said not today.
not today.
But I did roll another double. 2 3s.
2 3s. Sadly, you don't get bonus points for doubles in this game.
I know.
Fredrik manages to stay ahead of these crabs. I wouldn't say he's charging ahead because he would never leave Linnea behind. But at one point, one of these little crabs sort of gets under Linnea's foot, and there's this crunching sound.
Can I sacrifice myself to protect Linnea with my agility roll?
Not with 1 success. You would have needed 2, but I will let you take a condition for Linnea to push her roll.
Sure, I'll take angry.
Angry. I mean, you've had quite a day.
I only get 2 dice.
You get a 3rd because Fredrik is now actively helping you.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Do you want to blow on my dice? Be a good kitten?
Kitten dust dice.
What a good girl. What a good girl. 2 6s.
2
Nice.
6s. You, Fredrik, describe what you do to avoid Linnea face planting in a pile of thousands of crabs as she crushes one underfoot and starts to slip.
You're a good baby.
Knowing I would never leave her far behind, I do the thing where, like, if you see someone slipping, where you just, grab their collar and, just kind of
Hoist?
yank them. Yeah, just hoist them up, and I just try to force her in front of me so that,
Linnea, you angrily get hoisted by the collar like the naughty child he sometimes thinks you are.
I'm not upset.
Fredrik, I need a force test.
Okay. Well, let me see if this is not fighting, right?
No, I want to see how far you yeet Linnea.
Oh, fun.
I only take a condition if I had failed that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Fredrik took the condition for you to push it. You would have taken more conditions if you had failed it.
Yikes.
Oh, 4 6s?
4 6s. Linnea, you
To
are
the moon.
being hurtled out front.
To the moon.
I'm gonna need one more agility test out of Linnea to see if this is like a 3-point landing or if we're talking a broken cheekbone landing.
That's valid. Okay. Purr on those dice. Oh, 1 6.
1 6. Okay, so it's not 3 points. But you avoid
But I'm still
damaging
pretty.
yourself at least.
Okay.
Yeah, still pretty.
I'm keeping this.
You tuck and roll successfully.
Yeah, you sort of take it on the shoulder. And as you sort of stumble forward, take it on the shoulder, maybe glance behind you to look at Fredrik. There's no crabs.
I thought you were going to say there's no Fredrik.
Different game.
Fredrik?
Miss Linnea?
They were
we should
there.
head back. We should head back. Let's
Yes. You
us
saw
figure this
them,
out in
right?
the morning.
They were there?
I threw you out of their ways, yes.
Okay. I just okay.
Is the crushed one that Linnea stepped on still there?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we taking it with us?
Why not?
I could think of a couple of reasons, but okay. Back to the inn, yes.
Is there anything weird looking about this crab?
I mean, it's crushed. It's hard to say what it looked like when it was chasing you.
Sure.
But no, it looks like a dead crab.
I'm sure Astrid will want to take a look at it. I'll put it in her room.
Probably wants to put it in a bell jar.
We don't really have good luck with crabs, now that I'm thinking about it.
No, we do not. Perhaps we should get some rest before trying to figure this out.
She's just going to stare at him wide, vaguely shell-shocked eyes, like... Did you not just see that wave of crabs? Oh, okay.
I did.
Maybe I have some of that tea from...
But I have seen a lot of things tonight. And I need some rest.
Okay. Yeah, Linnea will make some of the... She's kept some of Astrid's sleepy time tea. So not a full dose, but just a little something to take the crab terror off.
Just enough to take the horror away. Okay. It helps to have a poisoner in your midst.
Sure does.
Or someone who was in our midst.
True. Who knows? You know, who knows? Komrik, have you at this point made it back to the inn?
Yeah, I would have been back there kind of waiting to see where they're coming from.
Well, Linnea and Fredrik, without Astrid, come back towards the inn. I assume you'd notice them arriving. Linnea has this sort of wild look in her eyes, and Fredrik is holding a dead crab.
Hey, Komrik.
Where were y'all at?
We're going upstairs. We have a little conversation to have.
Yeah, I think we should probably all stay in the same room from here on out.
Not what I meant, but sure, yes.
You say that you hear one of the waiters snicker.
Yeah, there is literally ears everywhere. Yeah, let's go
Wink
up to
at
the
the
room.
nice lady and let's go upstairs.
You heard her, Fredrik. And I go walking up the stairs. Ladies, man. Hopefully you didn't catch that crab when you were with those ladies. Anyway, let's go.
I'm wondering, maybe, if it's not from one of your ladies.
Oh, okay. So, what?
What?
Fredrik will subtly point at his ring finger.
So you went and caught a crab.
We're having this conversation on the way upstairs, like,
Right.
quietly. Just...
Yeah, as we're what? So you caught a crab, and it's my fault because of this.
Are you aware of the concept of a rat king? I think we came across a crab king, which is like a crab made of crabs. And it didn't like us.
Before, like, as we go in the room, I'm gonna make sure to look down the hallway before I shut the door, checking for anybody that's like following us, and what? I went down to the dock because I was trying to get information from Oscar. I don't know or understand what it is that you're trying to tell me about this Crab King, because I thought maybe that might be a nickname for Fredrik.
Komrik, I am not the one who has the history with the sea.
Yes, that. The sea. Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. The sea.
Okay, right. And so
which is not a euphemism for anything. It is a specific ocean type thing. Everything weird from the water seems to be tied to you lately. This is not me casting blame. This is me being very tired and having just been attacked by a crab king. Not even a king crab.
I understand. I, too, am literally physically exhausted.
I almost said good, and that's not what I mean. I mean, that's valid.
And we are missing a member. As you can see, Komrik, your wife is not here.
Right. So she did, I guess that is something that I didn't bring up earlier.
No, you didn't. That would have been handy, maybe, to know.
Would that have changed anything, knowing that now or before? I mean, honestly.
We could have made an educated decision before we went to, when did you get the note?
I dropped you off back at your room, and I came back here. I found the note, and I just... Astrid. What are we going to do, stop her?
I do, but so she's been missing since before we went to bed? We could have made at least...
When's the last time any of us saw her?
When she went upstairs is when I saw her last.
Me also.
Fortunes.
Right, she was reading Fortune.
I absconded with Miss Elsi.
Yeah, absconded. That's what I would call it.
That's what I'm calling it.
Okay, well...
Listen. I understand that there might be, if she chose to go that route and start looking for things, I don't much think that we could have stopped her in the first place. But because we did intervene, Fredrik, and I'm appreciative that you grabbed me when you did, intervene in what was happening with Pete, Pace, and Oscar, I did get a little bit more information about Pete's pistol, if you would. Pistol Pete, if you would.
I refuse.
But so the pistol that Pete has is the one that Vicar had. It's actually his weapon. Oh. And if I remember correctly, Oscar said that he was shot with his own gun.
He did. Or that was the
story, at least, right?
Supposition.
Yeah.
They did say the weapon wasn't found. And with the incredibly rudimentary ballistics of this era, probably his own gun.
Not a shotgun. Was
never not
found.
Sure.
Whatever.
Right.
Yeah, it's not 100%, but it's pretty suspicious that. Well, everything here is suspicious. I'll just leave it there. Everything is suspicious. Just go with that.
Thank you. We had not noticed.
So I did end up sending Oscar back to the mainland because he was going to blow our cover.
Or he was getting himself in trouble at the very least.
Exactly.
Well, assuming Miss Justina is fine off as she is, perhaps we should focus on...
You said she's here of her own...
And Paul.
She seems fine and...
Just fine, right.
Happy and not like she's being coerced or anything?
Well, I kind of scolded Oscar for that, because he should have probably told us more about that situation. But of course, he did not agree with our way of gathering information. And look at that. Did the cat get your ears?
Honestly, it was a matter of time. The first,
Right.
the first picture we got of Eva with that cat was the cat chewing headphones. Yes, Eva, the time came. Yep, cat ate the headphones. I was about to be really rude and say she can read captions, but here's the new headset. I mean, if she's going to chew through these headphones, it's going to take a little longer. Eva, have we selected the correct output device? Going to take that as a no. Now, everyone, move your mouth without actually talking. See if we can trick her. I love how the cat is popping in and out of the blurred background like the creepiest little ghost.
I'm glad my cats at least don't eat things weird.
I have had you run away midway through a game because there was something on a shelf being tipped over.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it was one of our uncaged games when you were suddenly gone because there was this little cat going like this behind you.
Oh, no.
Cats, man. Like how the music is very tense while we wait for Eva.
Are we still live?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes. It's fine. She'll cut it out for YouTube, I'm sure. Just put us on speakerphone, Eva. It's fine. We have no secrets. And apparently no boundaries. How about now?
Those wireless, maybe they need to be charged.
I'm just waiting until we hear her calling for a certain someone to bring her new headphones.
Right.
Oh, the cat disagrees with everything. Claw attack.
The cat's like, I can't eat these. No.
It's very upsetting when they take away your favorite toy. While she's doing this, I know you were having an in-character conversation that's also very important. But were there any other things you need to ask me or check with me or ask clarification on? Tiny side moment with the DM, if you will. I will not tell you what Astrid is up to. Don't even try it.
I didn't even think that was going to be an option, so I didn't pass. It didn't even cross my mind, to be honest with you. I was like, she's not going to tell us shit. But we will see roles, I'm sure, at the beginning of next episode.
Several, yes. Next episode is going to start with Astrid's night out. And then we will see if we need an early break for her to roll a new character.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
jeez.
Oh, my.
Because she had some plans, man.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Yes.
By herself? Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Although bottom of the list was find Justina if the other players don't, so we can at least scratch that part of
Right. Yeah, we found her.
Astrid's night out. I do. If you went through her stuff, by the way, because I already said that you noticed some of the clothing was gone. That she's dressed pretty much as a man. She also took a little bit of money, but compared to the amount Fredrik has been spending, negligible. And then her rope is gone. Always bring your rope. Her dagger is gone, and her crystal ball is gone.
Oh.
Left behind is everything else, including in her belongings a children's book.
A children's book.
Yes.
I am gonna get the ring out. Well,
which one?
The one.
There are several.
Well, I have one on.
Which wife?
Yeah, I have one on.
About like folklore. So, you know, not Bunny's first day of school or anything, but age appropriate scary stories.
With Vaesen in it.
Sorry.
Oh, hi.
Eva,
Hey,
hello.
we get your voice.
We're going through Astrid stuff.
Oh, good. Okay. Have we
Is
found
there
anything exciting?
They're currently flipping through a children's book.
Oh.
Is there any significance for Astrid with this specific book?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Like why she would have it other than maybe she's kept it for a really long time since she was a kid.
I'm pretty sure I'm not the one that should be answering that at this point.
Gotcha.
Is there an empty jar I can put this crab in?
You can dump out some of her suspicious powders and use those jars. No, she has empty jars. So she's picking stuff up left and right.
Yeah, I'll put a crab in one of those.
Alright, so you're... and are you putting the crab in and leaving it for Astrid as some kind of creepy horse head in the bed kind of offering? Or are you just taking the jar with the crab with you?
Not with me.
Please, let's not leave it for...
That's exactly what I wanted it to happen.
This is fine.
This is fine.
It'll be tucked neatly under her pillow to keep it safe.
Okay, tucked neatly under her pillow. Beautiful.
So, can you tell me what's going on with this crab?
Crab King.
Crab King. There was
Okay.
a crab.
Okay, so little crab, come up.
Mm-hmm.
Little crab joined by other little crab. The little crabs joined by more little crabs. Form big crab. Chase.
Right.
Us.
Why would it not chase me and chase you if this has anything to do with my ring?
I don't know things like you.
Well,
weird,
thank you.
Weird things. No offense. It's good, I guess. Handy, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I mean, Crab King also doesn't make sense, but where were we even going, Fredrik? just down to the water, right?
We assumed that's where Astrid was,
Yeah,
or at least that's where our search led us to.
I
So you went searching for Astrid?
yeah, the missing one.
Because you found the letter.
Yeah, because she's hiding, missing, whatever.
Because you were snooping. I suppose that's what I'm doing as I have her book in my hand. I'm going to go ahead and put it back in her bag and not. We definitely have boundary issues.
You think?
Sure do.
Just keep trolling each other and stealing each other's crap. Super trustful.
I mean, again, if she was in trouble, it is important to. If I was in trouble, I would like someone to come find me. And
does her letter state she's in trouble, or seem to be in that vein?
Letters work. You can't post.
Some letters work that way.
This one just said she was off snooping, which is great, fine, but you can get in trouble doing that. We were together. True. You came with me, like.
Because I know the trouble that Miss Astrid can get into.
Exactly. We were just seeing what there was to see. I don't even think we were anywhere we shouldn't. I mean, apparently we were somewhere we shouldn't be, but it's not like there was a sign posted, "No people beyond this point or crabs will get you."
Well, I actually pull out Rolo's journal and flip through. Is there anything that
Are you telling me Rolo said not to go past a certain point because crabs will get us? We need to talk about sharing information.
Linnea, of course not. I'm trying to find out if that maybe we could figure out what this Crab King or whatever this situation happened to you.
Sorry,
if we could find out any, I understand. I definitely get that. And Fredrik, you look very angry. We can figure this out, but I feel like we need some rest and to be able to trust Astrid, because she probably should have talked to us about this before she took off on her own, but I'm guilty of doing the exact same thing, so I can't really say anything.
I wasn't going to say it.
Yeah, I hope you look for me like you're looking for her, but I know better.
I'm holding my tongue out of respect for Miss Linnea.
Gone. You were in a whole nother city, sir. Also, you just wandered off in Arnsburg. Do you know how hard it is to find one person in a city that size? It's not even that big of a city. You were just gone.
I know. I have nothing. I have nothing to say. That's why I took her for her word. If she wants to go, who am I to stop her?
I'm just saying, there's none of this boo-hoo. I hope someone comes looking for me. We left notes for you. We worried about you. And you did it multiple times.
No, you worried about him.
Well, okay. The royal we. Astrid was probably worried.
Maybe.
I do remember that she opened my mail when I was gone, but other than that, I feel like we're bickering for no reason, though. We got more information.
We're tired and stressed. This is valid reasons to bicker.
So we already know that Justina is here on her own accord. She's not missing. We can go ahead and bury that. Am I right, Fredrik?
From what I can tell, yes.
Okay. So
aside from being hesitant towards Miss Avila, everything else seems to be in fine order.
From what you said, everyone is. And from what I've seen, that's fair. She's a terrifying woman.
Well, and we have dinner plans to meet up with that family and the residents come tomorrow. So we should probably get some rest and be on our A game when we do go.
Yes, if what you're saying about the gun is true, it's probably an invitation we should take.
Still
Sure.
need to figure out what happened to Vicar. And there's something going on this island, obviously. If you're getting chased by crab left and right.
It was
Thousands
really
of them.
just like straight on. It was a concerted straight on.
It was
effort.
coming for you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That doesn't sound right.
Would you
No?
be willing to use your resources to help us, Komrik?
How would you propose that I do that, Fredrik?
You tell me. How did you get the ring? And how do you communicate?
Believe it was a dream, and I woke up and I had it. And it was wet. And I didn't really want to put it on, but I thought we might have been in danger when I saw that sea serpent on the water. So I put it on in hopes that we wouldn't have to encounter that sea serpent. So if I need to, I can try to help out with my resources as I point to my finger, and but I just don't know how to do that. That's all I'm saying. So if you have a way that I could do such, then I will comply. However, right now I just don't understand how I'm supposed to call that favor in.
I have an idea.
All right.
You could look a little more excited. It's fine. It's fine. Astrid has the gift, right?
Yeah, of course.
Right. We don't. But what we do have is Astrid's tea and some of her, like, powders and leaves and stuff. No. Follow me here.
Yeah.
No. I'm not saying, like, let's just randomly mix things because...
Yeah, I don't
No,
think
if
that's
you're
a great
dead,
idea.
if you're dead, that's not going to help anything.
Fairly certain everything these astronauts is very dangerous.
No, but there's the tea that she gives me to help me sleep. And that hasn't killed me yet. So I was only going to have a little bit, but what if we brewed like something really strong? Not really, really strong, but you know, medium strong. For you, Komrik, to like get you into like a deep sleep. If you got this ring out of a dream, maybe if you had like a really good sleep, you'd be in like that communication state. Or you could just like walk into the sea and see what happens, but I feel like that's also going to just straight up kill you. So can you swim?
I don't mind. I don't swim well, and water is not my favorite
Okay.
territory.
So the dream
or-
thing is probably a better try.
I mean, as long as I wake up,
I've
It sounds
woken every
very
time.
Unwise, Miss Linnea.
I don't necessarily trust that you will do the dosing correctly.
Well, I would just take like my usual dose. You're a little bit bigger than I am, so add a little bit more. And I mean, I'm out. Just a little bit more, just like a skosh. Captions knows
Poisoning
what a
your
skosh
party
is.
mate is a good idea.
It's just like it's nettles. It's some other stuff. It's
all natural.
Look,
Don't worry about it.
it is.
It comes from the earth.
Look,
It's fine.
This is how Linnea invents the MLMs. Don't worry, it's an entirely natural powder. It'll help you sleep.
I'm gonna get us all the resources. Look, I just need to recruit 5 people, and if they recruit 5 people each,
Look, you can work from home while the baby sleeps. It's perfect.
that's it. That's
Oh,
what we can do
Lord.
at Castle Guildkreuz. Like,
Yeah.
All we're saying is
That's
if you take this power that makes you fall asleep for who knows how long and learn to and manage your dreams, we can get out of this.
we'll
fine.
watch. We will watch. We will take turns. We will keep an eye on you. If you look like you're struggling or anything, if it looks
Miss Linnea,
like you're
I
not
think-
breathing,
I think we should just get regular sleep.
you could just take a regular one of my doses. Look,
I'm
she
just gonna
clearly
take a
labels
regular.
it, nicely packaged.
How about
I'm
Mr.
just-
Komrik sleep with his ring on for a trance, and then see we can go from there.
Yeah, we'll kind of just workshop it from
You're not really
safety.
supposed to sleep with your rings on because then they get dirty and like bent and stuff. It just so you know, it's not good for your rings.
I appreciate where you're going with this.
Also, if your fingers swell up when you sleep, that's not good either.
Right. I think we all should just get some rest, and then we could start off with this whole conversation tomorrow, and we'll stick together instead of separating, so that whatever crab cakes that are after any of us, we can take care
not
of
a
together.
cake. Crab cakes are delicious.
Crab king, right? See, I'm already tired. I just need some rest.
Cupcakes are fine.
I feel like we should be wrapping this up so the DM can get actual rest in real life.
Are we dragging like our mattresses into Komrik and Astrid's room, or like how is this working for us all to
I
stay
feel like
together?
we should stick together, though, honestly. So if that's us sharing a room, all sharing a room, I'm pretty sure our everything's,
at least for the evening, we should probably
yeah.
try, I guess.
Okay. We are redecorating the inn.
Indeed.
People are going to sleep. And we will deal with your excellent night's rest and Astrid's night out next week.
Yay!
And I'm sure everything will be fine.
Yes. Let's not drink the sleepy tea today.
Fuck, what is-
Look,
What a
at
bunch
this
of
point, I'm in
babies.
favor of anything that can get you people any kind of social skills.
I would rather walk into the sea. Thank you.
I will say,
There are several barmaids that currently feel the same. Anywho,
Fredrik conducted himself very admirably for Fredrik.
for
Ooh-wee.
Fredrik, he did well. Look, we will see you in a week for more, I hope, horror. Please let it be horror.
HORR.
I'm just saying, at some point, crabs fall, everybody dies becomes a valid option in my mind.
What happened? We all got crabs.
Oh,
I'm gonna
man.
go
Alright.
charge my headphones and
Buy new ones because she's gonna eat more of them.
Right.
I do have little like earbuds that I don't usually
Alright.
use, but I should. Take care of yourselves, everyone. We will see you next week. Ridiculous.
Yes.
Always a fun time.